What's good, YouTube? This your boy Money Mitch TV coming to you straight off the hip. Finally, the Kyrie Irving trade has been finalized. And also I saw some of the news conference with Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, how Kyrie was talking about the reason why he wanted to be traded to Cleveland because of the fact that it was not for basketball reasons, and he felt like he wanted to go to another level in his career. So I can see why he's leaving Cleveland. Number one, he want to get away from LeBron, and I could truly say this about LeBron. LeBron is a very passive aggressive person where he irks people and he gets on everybody's nerves. And Kyrie, on the other end, is more of a laid back, introverted type person. So when you get those type of two people together, it doesn't mesh very well personality wise. But basketball wise, it meshes very good. And the reason why, because of the fact that Kyrie has a Mamba mentality and LeBron has more of a Magic Johnson type of mentality. So it kind of works well. It's like night and day, but it works very well on the court. Now, I've been saying this forever. You know, basketball players should choose their own fate of where they go. This whole being, all basketball players need to be loyal to their teams. But here's a news flash. NBA franchises never been loyal to the players. They give them a little money, and then they give them this little speech saying, we're going to bring a championship and we want you to be the centerpiece. And a few years later, it's the same thing. I give you a prime example. Kevin Garnett, he stayed with the Timberwolves for 12 years until he realized that he is wasting his career by being loyal to a franchise that don't make any special changes around him. Allen Iverson, another one. Well, Allen Iverson had a great owner in his prime in Pat Croce, which he was a great owner, built the team around him, got the right coach. Yeah, they went to the finals that year, but after Pat Croce sold that team and, you know, the team went down, plus they traded Allen Iverson, and that's when it went downhill from there. Also, like Tracy McGrady, another person, you know, that, you know, kind of chose his own fate. But Tracy McGrady never went to the finals, except when he was with the Spurs, and that's when he was like the 12th man on the bench. But overall, what I'm saying is players should choose their own destiny where they need to go. I remember a year ago, everybody was going crazy over Kevin Durant and criticizing him about him going to Golden State. You got to understand, it's a new era now. Back in the 90s, the reason why players had to be loyal because they was forced to be loyal. Back in the 90s, the salary cap was under $40 million at that time. So how you going to fit all-star players under a $40 million salary cap back in the 90s? Think about it. So if you think about it, back in the 90s when free agency hit, it was always 3 to maybe 5 teams that have salary cap, and half of those teams will usually have to re-sign their star players and won't have enough to bring another player or bring another role player in. So you got to think about it. Now we in a new era where the salary cap is a little bit over $100 million, and you could fit multiple all-star players in one team. So if you think about it from a money perspective, where there's money, there's more opportunities, and that's how Kevin Durant sees it now. And that's how this new wave of NBA players is seeing it. Where there's money, there was opportunities. Also, like when LeBron James joined the Miami Heat, the salary cap at that time was at $68 million, but he made it work by taking a pay cut by making $19 million that year. Then Chris Bosh make $20 million, and Dwayne Wade take a pay cut making $18 million that year. So that was the reason why players now these days are choosing their own fate, because of the money. So before, people start wondering why players need to be loyal. You got to understand, these NBA owners are not loyal to these players. They sell them a dream, and after a few years, the players realize that they're not going nowhere, so they decide to leave and choose their own fate. I like the new era of players. I used to be mad at Kevin Durant, but I realized, think about it. Look at OKC. He got drafted when they went to Seattle Supersonics. The owner was too cheap to buy or build a new arena, so he took the cheap route, moving the team to OKC. You pick up Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Jeff Green. You traded away Jeff Green for Kendrick Perkins. Then you turn around, you build a good championship team, but you didn't win the championship that year. You turn around, traded James Harden because of the fact that you wanted to keep Serge Ibaka, but you did not want to give James Harden $4 million that he wanted. And the funny part about it, the contract James Harden got from Houston with the signing trade was way more than the contract he was willing to accept to stay in OKC. It was only two things what James Harden wanted. He wanted to be a starter, and he wanted a little bit more money, and OKC was too cheap. Then you turn around, trade Serge Ibaka. Then now you have a team with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. And then you fire your best coach before then. So after a while, you starting to realize, wow, ownership is really not loyal to me. So I need to choose my own destiny. So that's what I'm seeing now. I like the new wave. I like Boston, how they building their team up. I feel bad for Isaiah Thomas. He's going to be out for maybe half of the season due to his hip injury, but once he come back, the Cavs gonna be on track. Don't be surprised. LeBron's gonna average 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. This is gonna be the year that LeBron is gonna also average a triple-double due to the fact Isaiah Thomas is not there. So be aware, LeBron is gonna average a triple-double the first half of the season. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the Kyrie Irving trade, and also about this new wave of NBA players choosing their own destiny, where they want to go to, in the comment section. Also, just subscribe to my channel. I started this channel maybe about 6 months ago. Have a few subscribers, but subscribe, support the movement, and and I will bring more content to you. This your boy Money Mitch TV, and I'm out.